We've got some record-breaking news.
And we're turning on the off season. Here we go. Welcome back to the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life, and we break records year over year. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Yeah. Can you tell what we're going to be talking about today?
So exciting.
It's a big day. It's a big day. I walked in today and we always, we always await these annual numbers that we get from the state and I Love New York about how we fared economically from a tourism industry perspective. And we got them today. And man, I knew they were going to be good. Mm-hmm. I knew they were going to be record breaking.
I know, you really knew it. You were like, just wait.
I knew it. I mean, you can track them. We track everything month over month. We knew it was going to be like better than last year, which last year was record breaking and amazing. Like cover of the paper, giant $6.6 billion in 2022. And so I knew we were going to be better. And I was like, maybe 6.7. Maybe even higher than that.
Maybe 6.9. I don't know.
Maybe 6.9. We get the numbers today?
Yes.
$7.5 billion.
Holy macaroni.
So $7.5 billion industry that Long Island tourism is, that you and I are we have the luxury and the opportunity to be at the helm of leading.
I love it.
Love it. So I'll ask you, Sharon, how you doing?
How you doing? Oh my gosh, what a great day today was.
Proud to be a Long Islander today.
Proud to be a Long Islander. Proud to be a Discover Long Islander.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. And, listen, I was just talking to Newsday, our friends at Newsday about it. And I'm like, I mean, there are certain things we can't take credit for.
Right.
And there are certain things that we can. Yeah. And we will. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a big part of the increase at 12.7% over last year.
That's incredible.
A lot of it, it's inflation.
Yeah.
Things cost more.
Yeah.
Okay. So when costs are higher, spending is higher across the board. Mm-hmm. So that's just a fact. But at the same time, I told him, competition is higher.
Right.
The competition to get visitors, post pandemic or whatever, it's crazy. It's through the roof, especially with international visitation skyrocketing. So now we're not just competing domestically, we're competing with all of those wonderful international destinations, and people have more options. And that means we have to work harder. Yeah. And so to still be able to achieve those results is like, I'm so proud of this team. It really doesn't just happen.
Right.
It's, and I was saying, as I said it probably 100 times in my interview just now, and like, it really is a strategic, data-driven approach. We're not just like, hey, let's do a campaign, or let's just do it. We actually really use data and mobile geolocation, and we target people, and we track how the results are with our advertising through QR codes or digital pixels, and we see what the spending was, and we make sure we're spending money correctly.
Right, exactly. And it's strategy on a team level too. It's what you and I are talking about at the top level, and then bringing it down to the team and making sure that they understand why, the reasoning. This is important because we're a $7.5 billion industry.
And by the way, this puts us, I said in the press release and in the interview, this puts us in a completely different comp set.
Yes.
Okay. So he said, so you're 8% of New York State. And I'm like, okay, we're in, if we were not in the shadows of New York City, which thank God we are, because we love New York City. Yeah. And a lot of our success is due to our proximity to New York City, without a doubt. Love it. But take us aside from that. We are now a bigger tourism destination than Anaheim, which is 6.5, I think. Indianapolis, Scottsdale by far, Tampa Bay, all these people, we're right in the cusp of a lot of the bigger destinations like Dallas and Denver. And yet every one of those destinations spends anywhere from $17 to $27 million a year promoting tourism to get to the numbers they have. We're at 6.
Yep.
We compete with them at a fraction of the budget. And that's what I really attribute to this team and the innovation and the content that we're doing right now. All the social media channels, all the blogs. I mean, we have to work twice as hard and produce twice as much in order to achieve the same results.
Absolutely.
With half the amount of money.
Right.
Less than half, to be honest.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, we've got to be scrappy out there, and we are. And I'm just so proud of the results. And funny enough, we got another study today, which I've been waiting for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it's called a visitor profile study because the economic impact tells us how much spending, what they spend it on. We know people, when they come, the number one thing they do, they eat and drink.
Right.
So a lot of what we do on the podcast, we talk about our restaurants, our breweries, our wineries, where people can eat and drink because it's the number one thing people do. And then they also shop. So we talk a lot about that. There's attractions, all those things. But what we didn't know is really how many visitors we get, because it's really hard to understand. Like, there's not somebody at the gate of Long Island, like counting
cooking.
at the brick.
Yeah.
Are you local? Are you this or that?
Right.
So it's a really hard number to achieve, and it's done through a very intricate methodology of sample sizes, through professional, international tourism companies that specialize in this, and it's expensive. So the last number we had, we've been using it since 2008.
Yeah.
And since 2008 was the last study, and it was like more than 10 million visitors to Long Island. And, how many are day trippers, how many are overnighters, blah, 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 where are they from, blah, blah, blah. So thanks to I Love New York, our partners there, we were like, look, instead of every single destination in New York State doing this study, which is going to be $1 zillion collectively, can you do the same thing you do with economic impact and do a visitor profile for the state?
Statewide,
and just tell us our individual regions. And they did.
Yeah.
And we got it today. And guess how many visitors Long Island gets annually?
40 million?
Yep. 41.8 million visitors.
It's crazy.
It's a little bit more than 10 million.
So I sat on that webinar,
4.
and they didn't do like regional breakdown on the webinar. So I'm so glad to get our region. Yeah.
41.8 million. 8.7 million of those are overnight. And then 23 million are day trippers that come from the city or Connecticut or New Jersey, come for the day. They ride the Long Island Railroad. They enjoy all of our wonderful amenities.
Transportations.
Yeah, exactly. So what a great day for Long Island tourism. So we're celebrating.
I love it.
And we're celebrating through a lot of different. We're also celebrating, in addition to record-breaking numbers again, year over year. We're celebrating pizza.
National Pizza Day. Thanks to our friends at the Oakdale Brewhouse and the Riverhead Brewhouse. They have given us these delicious pizzas that we're both so excited to try, because what's better than New York pizza? I mean,
there's nothing better. There's honestly nothing better as far as pizzas. Well, maybe a close second is Italian. Like if you go to Italy, but that's a long trip. It's
a long haul.
If you're not going to go to Italy, I mean, New York is the number one place to get pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome.
So they have given us the Drunken Burrata pizza and the Nashville chicken pizza.
So yum. This is our taste of Long Island. So I'm just jumping right to it because we're celebrating. So we want you to know that we're enjoying amazing New York pizza through these wonderful partners of ours.
Yeah.
So when you're coming to Long Island and you want to spend money on food and beverage, this is one of the great places. Once again, Riverhead Brewhouse and Oakdale Brewhouse.
Yeah. And they're celebrating National Pizza Day, which is September 5th.
Yeah. And so if you want more information, you can go to riverheadbrewhouse.com or oakdalebrewhouse.com. And you can also find them on our mobile app, Discover Long Island. Just download the app.
So awesome.
You can just find all of these fabulous partners and restaurants on the app. And then it'll take you like directions. Boom, take me right there. What are the hours? What are the specials?
You can get, you can see the pictures of
when's
these
happy
delicious
hour,
pizza.
What's doing on the weekends,
how they're doing.
I know. So we really, like I was saying, when we celebrate these great numbers and achievements for tourism, it really is about our small and local businesses. Because I was just telling the reporter that, when people stay at a hotel, these new studies actually validated. I was like going back and doing all the math, like adding it up, how much you spend on a hotel room and how much you spend, shopping and dining and things in the local community. So for every $100 somebody typically spends on a hotel room, they spend $221 in the local community.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. So and day trippers are also great.
Yeah.
They're going to come out, they're going to go enjoy some food and beverage and then head back to their homes. But the people that stay overnight, the ones that we're really targeting for visitors, they're going to spend twice as much, stay twice as long.
I mean, because you think about it personally, when you go away on vacation, like you're like, where's the closest, most delicious restaurant? Where can I go shopping? You know, like
absolutely.
So what we're here for.
Yeah. So we just, speaking of, we just went to Boston.
Yes. Tell me about it.
So one of the markets that Long Island, really reaches out to, we do New York City, obviously, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Baltimore. And then with our new budget, we've really expanded into Boston because it's a huge market where we know people have a lot of money. Right. It's a very educated market. It's an affluent market. They love art and culture. It's right across the Long Island Sound. So I took the ferry there. Okay. So easy. Perfect. Take the ferry, and then it's 3-hour drive. Perfect. And so you think about it, same on the way back.
Right, exactly.
Right, 3 hours, ferry, boom. You're on Long Island, enjoying all of our wonderful restaurants. So we went there to launch our new campaign in Boston with a customer event where we had meeting planners, we had people from AAA and tour mappers, we had travel writers, we had influencers, social media influencers. Cool. And we went to a Red Sox game. We hosted them at a Red Sox game.
So awesome.
You got to do something to get them out of their house. Yeah. You got to do something exciting. Yeah. So you get them to come and meet you.
They're not a Red Sox game.
They're not going to be like, just, okay, Long Island. Yeah. You got to be like, how about a Red Sox game?
Yeah.
We're talking Boston right now. Exactly. So it was so fun. Our team was there. And so when I went, exact same. I mean, I went, stayed at a hotel, went and got a quick bite to eat before the game because you don't want to be like shoveling it in while you're trying to talk to people, and pitch all the great things about Long Island. Right. And then, caught a really great coffee shop breakfast place before we went, before we came home. And so, it is, you go and you spend money in the local economy, even for business travel. Right. Exactly. So it really is, people don't really, you don't think about it.
You don't, you really don't until, you're in it.
Until you're in it. And the jobs. I mean, I can tell you, I stayed at a really cute hotel, and the bellman and the guy that parks your car and the person that works at the coffee shop and the person that checks you in, these are all jobs that our industry supports and that you support when you're traveling. Yeah. Just by having a good time or by going to get great business done. Right. You're actually really helping people's lives. That's what I love about our industry.
Exactly. That's
Sharon.
We get so emotional about it because it's so true. It impacts everything you don't even think about when you're traveling, like how much tourism is impacting you.
People have no idea. Yeah. It said in the study, the average person in Long Island spends $400 over $440 a day, I think, that stays overnight. Wow. And you're like, of course. Yeah. That's just one night. Yeah. And if they say 2 nights, guess what? It's double that. Right. So it's awesome. I love the impact that we make. And I think most people go about their daily lives, don't give it a blink of a thought, nor do they think about the fact that it's very, very competitive. Right. And that everybody wants these people to come spend money in their destination, which is why it's strategic and competitive and people invest in it.
Or just the fact that we are literally, Anaheim. Yeah. Like Dallas. That's
Disneyland.
So crazy.
More than Disneyland.
Crazy to me.
And think about Anaheim. Just again, Anaheim's budget is, I don't know, visit Anaheim's 20-something million. That doesn't include what Disneyland spends to get people to come to Disneyland and Great Wolf Lodge and all the other amazing attractions they have there. It's just us. Yeah. Discover Long Island. We're the ones bringing people to Long Island. Just us. And I think we do a heck of a job. So I'm really proud of us today, and it's nice to be able to really show those results and again, and thank the leaders in our community that we wouldn't be here without them. Right. Without the people that believe in us, allow us, that allow us to compete, invest in us, our board of directors, incredible, that support us and guide our vision, all of our partners, that, all of our Taste of Long Islands and all of our listeners, all of our hot teas. We would not be here today without you. So we're having an emotional day.
We're having an emotional day.
Okay. So we went to Boston. That was really awesome. I'm very excited to kick that off. And we had some other fun stuff. I was going to talk about, some other travel news because I've been talking about airlines a lot lately. Yeah. This isn't nearly exciting as my previous airline stories, but I thought you would like to know. Did you hear that Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines are merging? Isn't that just ironic?
It is.
Like Alaska and Hawaii.
Why are they merging
into? Because apparently we don't need a separate airline for Alaska or Hawaii. The same kind of people are going to the not contingent contiguous. Is that the word for contiguous United States? Anyway, the ones that are like islands, off the borders, Alaska and Hawaii.
So for like the longest time in elementary school.
Okay, let's hear it. Because I sounded ridiculous just now saying contingent and contiguous.
Like you're looking at the geographical map, right? Yeah. You're looking at the map. I always thought they were right next to each other.
Yeah.
For quite some time. Probably shouldn't admit that.
You're like, how are they so close? And yet the weather is so different.
Opposite. Yeah.
Deep thoughts. I know. I thought that was really interesting, that they were... and then the other thing that I thought was interesting that I've noticed people are... I read this article about airline trends. I want to see what you thought about it. Have you heard of what they're trying out in airlines called couch seating?
What is this now?
So it's interesting because if you've ever done a longer flight, especially, one that is like more than 5-6 hours, the best thing is when you're in a row and nobody else is in it, right? Yeah. It's like winning the lottery. It's like almost better than a first class seat when you get that empty row. So now airlines are kind of catching on. Okay. And they're calling it like, it's like a couch. The arms go up and you get like the whole 3-person row.
I love this.
Right? Especially for longer flights. So, and it's not the price of 3 seats, which I think is interesting, which is why.
How are they doing that? I don't get it.
It's got to be on only flights that aren't full, that they're not going to sell those seats anyway. So they kind of want to upsell you.
Right.
And double your price and give you that whole row. I wonder if it's like, within a window of time, once the flight isn't sold out and they know that they're going to be half empty, why not just
sell the row?
Yeah. Make you pay double.
Also, like, airlines, how they do. Mm-hmm. What happens if somebody comes in and they double book?
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, now.
Like, get off my couch.
Get off my couch.
I don't know what couch you're in.
Right?
But it's not this one.
No.
Keep it moving.
Right? Pay for a couch. Totally could happen.
But you can get spred out, have a little pillow, prop your feet up.
Yeah.
Laying sideways.
Totally.
Right?
I'm there for it.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like, look, I like innovation. I like evolution. You got to look at the trends, and it may or may not work out, but people are trying it.
Right. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I have not seen it yet when I'm booking, but I thought I would get your take on it.
Totally there.
Also wanted to get your take on another article I read, which I thought was interesting. Have you heard of, or do you suffer from phone pinky?
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, but I suffer from that.
Yeah. Right? So phone pinky is like a new thing. I guarantee you Michael suffers from it.
Oh, yeah.
From social media.
Yeah.
So it's the way you hold your phone, right? When you're looking at your phone and you're scrolling, especially on social media. Now, they said there have been 165 million searches for, quote, phone pinky.
Wow.
People that are suffering from having like a permanent indention or like actual pain. And then just
Michael's looking. Checking.
Yeah, he's looking at it. It's true. You have it. He's got the indention. You can see. And then the funny thing is there's also a huge part of that search, 165 million, is also, quote, phone pinky really bad. I was like, phone pinky really bad. Like, just what's happening?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Right? It's a real thing, but think about the way we all hold our phones, and these phones, they're not light.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I mean,
they try every new phone is like, half an ounce lighter.
Yeah.
But no, there's that. And then I remember too that like this generation of kids now, they're going to suffer from like neck.
Yeah. They're all a little hunchback.
Yep.
Yeah. My kids are.
Yeah.
I'm always like, sit up, and they have like, this like lump on your neck from looking down all the time.
It's crazy.
So put your phone down, go for a walk.
Yeah.
And give your pinky a break.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Really
but
bad.
I saw that and I was like, oh, 100%. Phone pinky really bad right here. And you can see it after a while you've been on your phone. So there's a couple things I thought I'd put on your radar.
I like it. Thank you.
What are you up to this week?
This week. So I leave tomorrow for a little quick vacation to go to Maine for Labor Day weekend. And I'm excited because we're going to go to this coastal botanical gardens where there's like trolls made out of like trees.
So cute.
I can't wait to show you.
Yeah.
So excited. Like huge,
That's
huge
cool.
things.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I always love the different gardens. I love all the gardens here we have on Long Island. They're like lush and beautiful and flowers because, you know, where I came from was the botanical gardens, which was the desert botanical gardens, which are, you know, also beautiful in their own right, but it's just a completely different, you know, flora and fauna. And then when I would go to Vegas, I would always go to the Bellagio and go to that atrium where they would change the flowers and the butterflies. Yes. I love that stuff.
I love that too. I'm excited.
Oh, that's fun.
And then maybe do some paddle boarding while I'm there.
Yes.
I don't know, because there's like lakes and stuff. But then we come back and school starts. So my weekend this past weekend has been like mayhem school shopping because I don't know what was happening. I wasn't getting mail. There's a good couple days where there was no mail. Waiting for teachers' assignments, you know, supply lists, things like that. Finally came Sunday night.
Yeah, great. Sunday night it came?
Yeah. Well, I finally looked through the mail.
You finally, okay.
Let's be real.
All right.
And then I went and I took Everly to meet her teacher and drop our supplies off. And she has Braden's kindergarten teacher that he had. So that's so cool.
Oh,
so cute. And then I took Pearl today after I got my oil change real quick. And now we're ready.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
Luckily the kids are, you know, Tegan's about to have her last first day.
Oh.
I know. But the rant is that only seniors can drive.
Yeah.
At the school, and you have to now have like a parking permit. You didn't used to have that when Kinsey went.
At the high school, you have to have a parking
you have
permit?
to like register so they know who's supposed to be there and
Okay.
who's legal to drive and all these things. And then, you know, and they take a picture of your car. They want you to take a picture. It's a
Wild.
whole ordeal.
Wild.
And listen, I know when I was in high school and a lot of other my friends across the country, you have to pay for a parking spot.
Okay.
You get like a reserved parking spot and they paint them and they decorate them.
My niece just did that.
Yeah.
She painted her own parking spot. I'm like, that is the coolest thing.
So fun. But they don't do that yet at Tegan's school, but they do require you to get a permit. The problem is there's only they offer 2 days during the summer to come and get your permit. You have to come in person. I'm like, have you heard of this thing called the interwebs?
The interwebs.
Have you heard of online registration? I mean, I can do online DMV stuff.
Right.
But I can't do an online thing at the school. So both times, one time we were in Arizona and then yesterday she was in Boston with me. So, and it was like 9 to 1. Thank you for the window.
Yeah, exactly.
And so now they're like, the next opportunity is September 9th. So you can't.
So she can't drive the first day of school?
The first week.
Ugh.
I'm like, so what? You think they're going to ride a bus? So now guess what? All that's going to happen is they're going to park across. No. They're going to park across the street because she doesn't want me driving her her senior year. Yeah. That is the lamest thing ever.
Right.
They're going to just flood the neighborhood.
Oh, man.
I'm like, why school, if you're listening, high school, just make life easy. Just the first week.
Everything else is online.
Make it online.
Yeah.
If you can't make it online, just the first week, give the kids a week to come to school and park, give a grace period. It's 4 days.
Right.
Come during these times, get your permit.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and then guess what? After that, you're done.
Yeah.
And you can't come unless you followed the rules. I get it. But like, give the grace period of the week. Let the kids acclimate. They're seniors. Or, you know,
just the first 4 days, seriously.
Just
it's holiday week anyway.
Calm down.
Calm down. I was just thinking of something about that. 4 days. Oh, I got the calendar, the school district calendar.
Okay.
I feel like they're off like for weeks at a time every month. I'm like, why? What? Go to school.
Oh, I haven't looked at the calendar yet.
It's making me crazy.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
And then they complain about, you know,
not using enough days.
Right. Listen, I don't know. The teachers need a break. I don't know why they do it. Probably all the different holidays and stuff. I don't know.
There's a lot of holidays, yes, but like then there's like half days here and that, and I'm like, what is happening?
Oh, it's hard. It's hard for a working parent these days. It really is. So I was like, I don't know. I guess they're just going to park in the neighborhood and make all the neighbors irate.
Right.
Which, okay. Or you could just give them a grace period of a week and just say, starting this day.
You should call them.
Listen, I've been doing that last year. I was like, I can't. There's a new principal this year. It's just amazing. Again, talking about Long Island education in schools. It's different, right? So most of the teachers, even the principal, they went to school there.
Oh, yeah.
Their whole lives.
Yep. It's so funny.
You know, they went there. Now they teach there, which is great. But it's also like, kind of want to like, do you know what they do at other schools?
Right. Expand your horizon.
You know what they do? Because you could just do this.
Yeah.
It's clearly successful elsewhere. But I mean, again, Long Island schools are amazing. So the principal went there, but he like went to Princeton.
Wow.
I know.
Came
like,
back.
just, you know, the principal of our school graduated from Princeton.
Wow.
I know. I mean, that's also very unusual.
Yeah.
I think that so it's a great school, and I give all the teachers and educators, you know, wishing you a wonderful year as you head back.
Yes.
And good luck dealing with all the moms and parents like me and Sharon. I'm going to try not to call you. I'm like, look, I checked out at this point.
Yeah.
Unless there's
Senior
something
year.
really, yeah.
I know. It's crazy.
I'm like, just get through it.
Oh, I can't believe it.
I know. It's so exciting. So yeah, it's the start of the year. And also, I think by the time this airs, we will have done our press conference.
I'm so excited for this
as well, which I'm very excited about because there's this term on Long Island and elsewhere, but particularly here because we're known as a very seasonal destination. Summer, people think summer is Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Right.
And then, you know, summer's over, everything's over, everybody goes back to reality.
Right.
You know, and it's called Tumbleweed Tuesday. And so what we're doing is we've heard from our partners on the East End in particular that we want help, you know, they want help extending the off season and extending the seasons and making sure people know that they're still open for business and it's actually still beautiful.
Right.
It's still a great time of year. It's actually in a lot of ways better.
Right.
Because the crowds are gone. It's more affordable. The prices go down in a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it's easier to navigate and the traffic is better.
Less traffic. Exactly. It's awesome.
It's gorgeous.
Perfect time.
Perfect time. So we're at a big press conference where we're turning on the off season.
I love it.
And we're rebranding Tumbleweed Tuesday to Tourism Tuesday.
Yay.
Yes.
So exciting.
So, it's like I love the creativity of this
I
team.
know. It's awesome.
And our partners are very excited and they're all going to be out there from the East End talking about all the wonderful things to see and do throughout the whole year on Long Island, in the East End, on the East End, but also all over Long Island.
Right, exactly.
So, and we're going to help guide you through it. So don't get nervous.
Don't
if
get
you miss the
scared.
press, don't get nervous. If you miss the press conference, just listen to me and Sharon.
And we're going to tell you all
And
about
every
it.
week we're going to tell you what to do.
I'm so excited.
All year.
Because it's true. I mean, we as Long Islanders know that there's, you know, perfect time to go anywhere is like September because it's still warm. It's still, you know, whatever. But it's true. People think it's like dead zone after Labor Day, and it's not.
It's not. And even in the dead of winter.
Exactly.
Okay. It's all of these wonderful places have it's a different vibe.
It is
It's
such
like
a different vibe.
It's like a cozy, you know, bear rug next to the fireplace, your hot cocoa, your wine,
awesome.
It's just like your wintry feel. It's amazing.
I know. I was talking to Allison today earlier, and she's like, so, you know, going over budget and stuff. And she's like, I have this much left, you know, to spend for the year. Like, should I do this or I can do this really amazing campaign? I'm like, well, talk to Kristen about the campaign.
Oh, good.
I'm like, but budget, you know, it's like giving her
Budget season.
Budget season is approaching.
Summer's over. It's budget season. Anyway, so I'm excited about turning on the off season, and we're gonna do that. Yeah, and Tourism Tuesday, we're gonna do that. And Tumbleweed Tuesday is no more.
No more.
We're retiring it.
We're putting under the rug.
Correct. Under the bear rug. I like that, Sharon.
Yes. See?
So a lot of things going on. Speaking of things that we're telling you what to do, it's also National Beer Lovers Day.
Yes.
On September
I love
7th.
it. Speaking of local brews, you can enjoy the Long Island Craft Brew Fest taking place on October 5th at Tanger Outlets. I love this. This is so cool.
This is brilliant.
Park. Yeah. And I don't even like beer, but this is a fun festival.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Smart. National Cinema Day is September 3rd. And some famous film locations right here on Long Island is the Fire Island Lighthouse, Lunch, Lobster Roll with the Affair.
Obviously,
show.
yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Ohica Castle, Blank Space, Taylor Swift video. Old Westbury Gardens, Cruel Intentions was filmed at Old Westbury Gardens. What?
That was a good movie.
That was
We're
such a
dating
good
ourselves, but
movie.
it was really, really great.
Trading Places at Millneck Manor.
I love that.
There's so many more.
But just back to real quick to the Long Island Craft Brew Fest. I wasn't sure if you're going to talk more about that, but
sorry.
No, it's okay. I think it's on September 7th. I think. Oh no, it's
That's October 5th at Tanger Outlets.
Okay,
in
you got
Park.
time for that. Thank
Yeah.
you. September 7th
National
is
Beer
National
Day.
Beer Lovers Day,
Yeah.
but October 5th is the Tanger Outlets. So smart for a lot of reasons because you get a little jump. It's post back to school, post Labor Day, so you're going to get a ton of deals.
Yes.
Because they're clearing out the seasons. You're going to jump on your holiday shopping, and it's smart of them because everyone's going to just drink beer.
Right.
And then
go
you're
shopping.
all primed up to like just get your credit card out.
Yeah. There used to be a pizza place. I'm going on a tangent here.
Yeah.
There used to be a pizza place in the mall, that Sabaros Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
They used to sell beer, and we would go get a beer and go shopping. That was the funnest thing.
Yeah. They don't have that in the mall anymore.
There
right?
are like no malls anymore.
Right.
You know?
Step one.
What are they?
Everything's just like, online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of good malls still on Long Island, but it's hard to find a place to get a beer. Mm-hmm. There used to be a TGI Fridays at the Smith Haven Mall, and I always loved that.
Yeah.
Some chicken tenders, a couple beers.
Yep.
Hit them all.
Hit the mall, go shopping.
I know.
No, I love that you're
was
like holiday shopping in October. That's so smart.
Smart, because there's going to be sales.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even if you don't have to like do all your shopping.
Right. Just get a head start.
Get a couple of things. It just makes you feel so much better.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yes.
I know. Okay. Also, we have a new blog.
Yes.
Because we're just all about the fall now. And so obviously 10 must-do things to do on Long Island in the fall. We're not going to tell you yet. Michael has some listed, but you know what? You need to go read the blog. Yeah. And we're going to tell you, if you read the blog, discoverlongisland.com, we're going to tell you on the blog the 10 must things to do on Long Island this fall. So you need to go read it because it's really good.
And I love our blogs. They're
cute,
creative.
The tone of our blogs are very fun.
They are
very likeconversational.
Yes, exactly. I love it.
And then what else? You have some things to do specifically this weekend on Long Island.
Friday, September 6th is Oysters and Wine with Southold Bay Oysters at Lieb Cellars. And West Side Story is at the CM Performing Arts Center.
Very cool. I love all of that. And then on Saturday, September 7th, in addition to being National Beer Lovers Day, it's also the Long Island Water Lantern Festival.
This looks so cool. It's like Rapunzel.
I know, so cute. You like the lanterns?
Yes.
And you know what else? Your favorite place, Montauk. It's the Seafood Festival.
So fun.
On both Saturday and Sunday of this weekend. Yeah. If you're listening, when we air this.
And then Sunday, September 8th is RGNY Wine Stomp Party.
Yeah, so this is literally
stomp the grapes.
Exactly.
That is so fun.
Oh, like Lucy and Ethel.
Yes,
we should do it.
Oh my god!
But this is literally proving our point that after Labor Day, there is still so much to do on Long Island, especially throughout the East End. So we're going to bring you these kinds of events and activities to try and make sure people are going out and still enjoying all that Long Island has to offer. Long beyond the summer.
Yes.
Because it's just the best. It really is the best time.
And we're here for you.
It's so fun. And then Sharon, there's a charity. We haven't had a charity in a while.
I know. And now we have like back-to-back.
A couple of them. Yeah, we have another one for next week, but this one's urgent.
So National Wildlife Day also takes place this week, and the Foundation for Wildlife Sustainability is hosting their second annual fundraising event at the Long Island Game Farm on Thursday, September 12th. The nonprofit will celebrate a number of achievements over the past year and look forward to advancing its mission to connect people with wildlife and the natural environment through awareness activities and engaging experiences to support the work of Long Island Game Farm.
Very, very nice.
Yes.
Very worthy charity to get out and support the animals.
Yeah, so you can learn how to get involved by visiting longislandgamefarm.com. Again, that's longislandgamefarm.com.
So if you have a charity or if you want to be a taste of Long Island, make sure that you DM us or email us at spillthet@discoverlongisland.com.
Yep.
I'm always like,
I know. Every time we're like,
is that right? Yeah. Is that right?
So
it's only been 3 years.
I know.
You expect me to memorize something in 3 years, which is awesome. Okay. So do you have, I got to tell you, I have been so busy. Oh, you know what else? I thought of you over the weekend.
Yes.
Because again, all the kids are gone now.
Yes.
We're back from putting all the kids in college. Mm-hmm. Thomas is back from Loyola in Chicago. I'm back from Arizona State. Mm-hmm. Tegan we're now like just Tegan.
Yeah.
And Tegan's like, she's busy.
She's in a room or she's busy.
Yeah. She's working. She's busy. She's working. She's got her own. She does her beach walks. She's got her friends. Mm-hmm. She's sweet.
Yeah.
She's very kind and she checks in on us every now and then to make sure we're okay. But really, she's busy. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of our first weekend as like inching towards empty nesters. And we put the kayaks on the roof.
I'm so proud of you.
Finally.
And how was it?
So finally, I bought Thomas those fold down kayak racks over a year ago. Never used them. And it was fun. We went on Saturday. And it was beautiful, beautiful week.
I love it.
Weekend, beautiful, perfect weather. Mm-hmm. And it was awesome. We went to our little West Meadow Beach. We kayaked just for a little bit. We like tested the waters.
Yeah, just to see. Yeah.
Are we going to like this? Mm-hmm. And then we had so much fun. We went like kind of towards the end of the day, more towards like sunset. It was so gorge. Oh. And then we had so much fun that we just left the kayaks on the car. We were like, we'll go again tomorrow.
I love it.
And taking them down.
Look at you, risque. I love it.
Park the car with the kayaks on top and the front drive, like, I love it. Like we're Long Island kayakers.
Yeah.
Obs.
Did you go again?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We went again, but get this. I had like a PTSD. I don't know, from Tegan's 13th birthday when we were paddle boarding against like a hurricane current, and pretty much.
She was only 13.
She turned 13. That was her 13th birthday.
Wow.
Where I thought for a minute we're gonna have to call the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we got like brazen on the next day. Thomas and I. We were like, let's go all the way like from the beach to like the Stony Brook Yacht Club, like towards the bay.
Okay.
We're like, it's not that far.
Yeah.
We're in shape.
Yeah.
Let's do this. By we, I mean, I was like, he can do it. I'm like, we're like going that way. I was like, oh, it kind of feels like we're going against the current, which will be good because then we're going with the current on the way back. It'll be easier. Right. Like I'm attuned to this now. So we get all the way much further than it seemed, to almost like the bay. And I can see like little mini rapids. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on up there, but I cannot get stuck again like we did in the 13th birthday. So like, and I'm like already kind of worn out. Let's turn around. So we turn around against the current. It was too late. We were already in the I don't know what was happening. We waited too long. Thomas, and I'm in like a kid's kayak. Right. I'm in like little plastic toy kayak. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like a Lego kayak. I don't even know what's happening, but I like it because I'm out and I'm not like stuck. I'm getting a tan. I'm not like inside some weird.
Like what I don't like about kayaks. Like scares me.
Yeah. He's fully in like a professional kayak. And and plus he's just better at it, I guess. And he's a guy, so he's got more. So he's like, he would like paddle a couple times, and then wait for me. I'm just like, I'm double timing it. I'm just like, it's going like it's a windmill constantly, but like seriously.
Oh no.
I'm like, and I was saying, I'm like, still going, still haven't taken a break, still haven't had a breath.
Still in the same spot.
So I had to like paddle to the side and like walk for a little bit. Well, he's just like, do, taking a break. You okay back there? Anyway, it took me forever. And I was like, get me out of here.
We're done.
Yeah, but you got to know. Done. And it is really important to know when the tides are coming in, when they're going out, what you're doing, and what your capacity is to do stuff like that. But it was nice. It was very like, oh, you want to grab 2 chairs? Sharon, grab 2 chairs and like the cooler bag.
I love it.
With like a bottle of wine and then go kayaking. Can't imagine. Not the entire beach caddy. Right. Filled with 5,000 things.
5 coolers.
Keep kids entertained and feed an army. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's enticing.
It's just so you know, that'll be in your future.
Happen. I love that. You just brought up like this. We went last time, years ago, we went to Maine and I decided that I was in shape and that I could climb a mountain. No.
Sure. Why not?
And Dan's like, because you know what? 8th graders, they do it for their 8th grade trip. They do it like graduation 8th grade trip. Like that's their field trip. We're all going to climb Mount Katahdin. Well.
How far did you get?
To the tree line.
Okay.
Which is pretty far.
Okay.
And that's when it just turns into rock. Complete breakdown, mental panic, attack.
Yeah, scary.
Can't breathe, cried, blacked out. I'm like, get me off this mountain. His little sister had to like basically carry me down the mountain because he was like, you said you could do it.
He's like, done.
He's like, no, I know you can't. So don't do it.
You do have to know your own capabilities.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you think you can, don't push yourself too hard.
And it's important for like Long Island water sports and stuff too. We try to tell people a lot, like know your capacity. Yeah. You know, look at your make sure people know where you're going. Make sure you know, if you need a life jacket, have a life jacket. Because we want you to be safe out there. Yeah. But no, I can't. Yeah. You think, you know, you're like, you get overzealous and you're like, no, I'm sorry you went through that. I feel bad for you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember people were trying to tell, like when we were talking, when we went to Arizona and the team went, right? And Bree and Justine, and they were like, oh, we want to hike a mountain.
Oh, yes.
We heard Camelback Mountain is the mountain to hike. And I'm like, yes. And a lot of people do it. but you really have to understand
this.
the heat, the dryness, the dehydration that comes with a very dry heat.
Yeah.
You need to be very aware. Also, there's like, they call it a hike.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you, there's a point like 3/4 of the way up the mountain where there's just a metal bar lodged into the mountain, and you literally have to pull yourself up sideways to get up. This is not a hike.
No. Nope.
This is, but then you see the guy that's like 90 years old
doing it,
that runs it up and down every day. And you're like, he can do it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, turns out I can't. It's not me. I can't do it.
I am not a hiker.
No.
Turns out.
Don't do it.
Like, I am not a mountain climber.
So you're going to do some paddle boarding.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what you do.
That's what I like.
And everybody has their paddle boards out. So I thought about you and I was like, I'm going to break. We're inching our way.
Yeah.
Maybe
no,
this
I love
weekend.
that. I love it. I have to ask you, how did your chicken come out?
Yes. I made your chicken recipe.
Yes.
I'm so glad you said that because you talked about it. And it was delicious.
Right? Different.
Oh my God, it was delicious. And plus it was like, Tegan was like, cream cheese. I don't like it. I'm not going to eat it. And I loved it.
She did?
Yes.
Wow.
Everybody, it was a fam hit.
I love that.
So thank you. I made your recipe. I was like, Sharon, at what point? I'm texting you. At what point do I put in the sour cream? Like 30 minutes or what'd you say on the podcast? And you're like, yep. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so it was really fun. And then a little bit of celebrity. Do you have any?
No, not really.
Okay. First of all, thinking about Mariah Carey, did you hear that her mom and sister both passed on the same day?
Yes.
I feel so bad. We love Mariah. She is our queen.
They didn't give much detail,
no, right? I think prolonged illnesses.
Okay.
And I think, the article said she's had, which we can relate to, Mariah, challenging relationships with her family. And, it's not easy, I'm sure, being a multi-celebrity, whatever. Anyway, but still, doesn't make it easier. And thinking about Mariah Carey, we love her. She is, of course, part of the Long Island family. Did you hear that the Biebers had a baby?
Yeah. What's the name?
Jack Blue.
What?
I think it's cute.
It's cute.
Because Jack is like a normal name. Yeah. But Blue, who was it? Oh, I saw Ted Sullivan from our friend Ted, who's been on the pod. And we were talking about it. I'm like, Jack Blue. He's like, sounds like an awesome band. I would go see them. I was like, said in great Ted, form. Jack Blue. I think it's kind of cute.
Yeah, that is cute.
So congratulations to the Biebs.
Aw, good.
Right?
Love
it. What else? Oh, remember I was like raving about the pommel horse guy on the Olympics men's gymnastic team.
Yes.
I was trying to say it delicately, but I think it has come out that he does have like ADHD. He's on the spectrum. And he's just like America's sweetheart. Yeah. Everyone loves him. Mm-hmm. First person they announced on the new Dancing with the Stars. I know. Yes. I'm so excited.
I love that.
They're going to announce everybody else, but I was like, they're calling him like literally pommel horse guy.
I love it. I thought it was Clark Kent.
Yeah. They're like Clark Kent. He's just the cutest. And then he was on Jimmy Fallon or something like that, and he can solve a Rubik's Cube.
Like in a second.
I'm like,
I know.
The dude is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's so cute. It. So that was big news. And then, I feel like that's it. We're getting into our binge watching TV season, which is also the good thing about the fall and winter seasons when you can like cozy up and have a good show. So we'll be bringing you our favorite binge watches as time goes on as well.
Yes, 'tis the season.
Exactly. Okay, so I think, let us know what you're thinking about your favorite places for fall if you read the blog.
Yes.
If you agree with our 10 must-do fall things to do. This. You'll have to read the blog to do at discoverlongisland.com. And leave us a 5-star review while you're at it.
Call us. DM us.
Yeah, you can leave us a voicemail.
Leave a message.
Let us know your top favorite things to do in the fall. Or, maybe a great travel story, too, of something when you didn't realize and you had a great experience. You know, I was, when I was in Boston, I was saying to somebody, because the bellman was totally like helping people in and out of the car. He's like, hey, have a great day. And they're like, what's your name again? Thank you so much. And I'm like, do you see people that love what they do in hospitality? Yeah. They really do make a difference.
They do.
And those are the people that, don't even realize we're behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Help, hoping, pushing them. Yeah. Getting you to come and support their jobs. Mm-hmm. I mean, so many of those people don't even know what we do. Mm-hmm. But we appreciate them, and we appreciate all of our hospitality workers. We appreciate all of our educators. Hope everyone had a great week back to school, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island, thanks to our generous sponsor, Sands New York. Visit sandsnewyork.com for more information. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.